Gamers, hello, welcome. Geo, hello. Poketel, hello. Lurkers, hello. Very busy, so couldn't come on stream. Matt, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. That's what VODs are for, my friend. Gamers, it's time we finally beat this. It's time we finally beat everything. Also, another day where I had to re-sign into everything. So, that was fun. I gotta figure out why it's wanting to do that. I mean, I know why. I just gotta figure out what it is. Row in the chat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello, welcome. Bio, hello. Okay. All right. So, the end of the EggLocke is here. We are beating this today. We have an army of Pokemon in the PC to throw at things if we need to. I've gotten our team ready. My Twitch is twitch.tv/Gilco Gaming. Twitch.tv/Gilco Gaming. It's that. Same thing as YouTube. So also, if you're wondering why emotes are being able to be spammed now, on both YouTube and Twitch, and why it's on chat, there's an extension I am trying that should work for everyone, unless your name is Saren, because my YouTube hates her for some reason. Even though Saren's an amazing person. Also, speaking of Saren, we have a collab tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot her in the face. Don't tell her I said that though. And if you're listening, Saren, I'm not gonna shoot you in the face, but I'm gonna shoot Def in the face. Or Aaron. So, Matt, I appreciate the follow on Twitch. I do. Alright, so let me go over the teams real quick here. I made a little bit of a change. So, we have Tapu Lele, Moonblast, Protect, Earth Power, Photon Geyser. Literally, the first three trainers lead with a fighting type, or actually, I think they all led with fighting type, fighting or fire. And Tapu Lele just kind of covers both of them. It's about 100% watching the VOD. It's going to be a spicy one. We have Electros, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I can't. Close Combat, Liquidation, Acrobatics, and Thunder with Wonder Guard and Air Balloon. The Air Balloon's going to be kind of pointless because even with Wonder Guard, if you get hit, the Air Balloon pops. So there's that. I did decide to add Gyarados. There was no way I couldn't add this thing. Rockhead, Brave Bird, Waterfall, Wild Charge, and Head Smash. The coverage is wild, and it's going to hit insanely hard no matter what we do. The only thing is with Head Smash, we might miss, but you know, we'll take that where we can. Gemini, I can't pronounce your name. I apologize, but hello, welcome. We have Auto Crit, the Absol. It was asked to be on the team. Not / Psycho Cut / Dragon Dance, Super Luck. Unfortunately, Dragon Dance is kind of useless on this. Because of how frail it is. Or Basket Legion spam wasn't a thing yet. Yeah. But yeah, Dragon Dance, Absol's too frail really to set up. It's going to be very, very hard. Very, very hard. But we do have Flareon with Fire Lash, Will-O-Wisp, Cosmic Power, and Baton Pass. This might help Absol. For setting up later because I can Baton Pass. Why is minimum bit 500? Because I don't use Twitch. It was actually more recently that I started using Twitch again. Money. Oh, okay. Jamani. Okay. I apologize if I butcher. I'm bad at names. And Gio, welcome back again. I'm glad you made it. With Fur Coat also should help. And we have Slacking. I had to take this thing. I mean, it's a Slacking. Body Slam, Shadow Claw, Brick Break, Drain Punch. Its ability is useless. But the fact that it's a thing that doesn't have Truant is all we need, really. Oh, you give it though, but I don't cut 500. Yeah, I don't do the conversion thing, unfortunately. So, I mean, I don't know how many 500 bits is. Isn't that like $5? I don't know what the bit conversion is. Don't worry, everyone pronounces it wrong. Well, you see, I'm a particular type of dumb where I just can't pronounce names. Andreas, hello, welcome. I do appreciate the sentiment, Matt. I do appreciate it. All right, so we already know what two members fully have. 500 is 11. Is it? I assume that's not. Okay, I was about to say. I think it's only like $5, $5 US is what it is. So we have Conkeldurr. We know this thing. I actually don't think this thing can touch us. I'm just gonna hit Moonblast and knock it out. I mean, We'll get it knocked out of here. We have some speed boost shenanigans. So we have Granbull coming out. Honestly, I'm just going to hit protect to see what it does. Yes, I am going to be opening the eggs. Okay, that's right. You are going to Dragon Dance. So I want to knock you out with a Photon Geyser. Okay, that doesn't knock it out. Dragon Dance again. It's okay. We got this. Should be an easy still win. It's high because I can't stay. That's unfortunate, but I appreciate it. We can just Earth Power to knock it out because we're still faster because of Speed Boost. Ruby Randomizer. I played some hard hacks. I'd probably be fine, maybe. All right, we have Lunala. This thing is kind of scary, I suppose. I'm going to protect to see what it's got. We do have an answer with Absol. But, again, Absol being as frail as it is, I really don't want to send in. We can just sit here and click Moonblast. Cosmic Power. Okay. Do we have anything? Yeah, we probably just play it safe and just Moonblast still. We do need to be very careful of PPs, though. Oh, it's Special Attack Field. That actually is pretty good. Pokemon Games Smarter, my new 2DS XL. That does a lot, but that's okay. $60 like Game Boy games. I feel like $60 for like Game Boy games is pretty good because I feel like a lot of them are even higher. If it's gonna Moongeist Beam, we can actually probably just go Slacking in Shadow Claw. I assume it's gonna go Moongeist Beam again. Yeah. So, and we just hit Shadow Claw. All right, here comes a Z move, of course. Twinkle Tackle. It's gonna hit a fairy move. So this well, Slacking's pretty. It's got some bulk. The digital. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So this is an EggLocke, but everything is randomized. So that is something to keep in mind. Honestly, Bob Barkley here. I don't know what Bob Barkley can do. Gyarados would be probably a safe answer because I assume it's going to go for a fighting move, but a rock move scares me. A rock move kind of does a good bit. How much does Shadow Claw do? We're locked in, by the way. Shell Trap. Uh-oh. All right, I assume it's going to Shell Trap again. So we just go Sandal. Just to see what it does. Yeah, it looks like it's just setting Shell Trap. We could Wall Charge and knock it out here, but I don't know if I want to take that much damage on it. We could go. I kind of want to see what I'm. So I'm playing very cautiously. So for those that do not know, we actually did this last time and we got pretty bodied. Not at this point, but later on. So I want to play definitely more scarce than what I normally play. But yeah, red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal. I ended up buying them all on my 3DS before the eShop went down. Pretty obsessed with Shell Trap when they have it as an option. Yes, they do. I kind of wish I had like dive or something just to see. You know, this is probably our best bet is to just swap into this just to see what it can do. Because we have Wonder Guard. Air Balloon's going to pop though. Oh, will Air Balloon not pop? I thought it did damage for the Air Balloon first. Oh. Is here a small mod couldn't transfer? That is unfortunate. We just Thunder. Alright, we just have to hit a Thunder. Use Close Combat. I don't want to use Close Combat due to, Shell Trap. Although it seems like he's wanting to just spam Liquidation. So, Chimecho comes out. I'm not scared of Chimecho at all. At this point, we can probably just hit a big Acrobatics and not really worry about it too much. Actually, I probably can go... Probably just go Auto Crit at this point. I don't know what this thing can really do to Absol. Well, Lunge, of course. I mean, it is a Chimecho, though. And will crit, so it shouldn't matter too much. Poké Transfer is no, at least the latest version. Yeah. You should have Thunderbolt though. The moves were all given to me, so I actually don't choose the moves. Okay, can this thing... We are safe to just straight up go you. But yeah, all the moves were given to me for the EggLocke. I don't get to pick the moves. That was one thing I said. All the moves that we're using is from the beginning. Not hello, welcome. Close combat. We do have to be careful. Also, because we have no PP restoring moves or items. We have 0. We used it the last run. All right. But we made it. Hey, we're doing better. But yeah, I actually need to use Poké Transfer. I still have some shinies that I caught recently. Like, it was just Carvana and Sharpedo. I need to transfer those over. And I just haven't yet. You can do an EggLocke. They're fun. This is my first one doing it, and it's been a lot of fun. Alright, I can't remember if this is the person with Blaziken or what. But I feel like Tapu Lele is still a pretty good answer to all this. Did she have Blaziken? Second fight was definitely Blaziken, but was it leading Blaziken? I feel like it was. How'd you do this EggLocke in the first place? Well, I put out a poll, or well, chat actually asked for it at one point in time when we were finishing up the last thing. And I sent out a Google form. I posted on my YouTube that everyone had access to fill out. And Poketel, who is not here at the moment, they ended up hacking in all the mods, so huge shout out to them. And then we played it. My current addiction is Marvel Rivals. Isn't that the new, like, Overwatch clone deal? Apparently it's really good. Alright. So this hussy, I'm saying the big H word, chat. This hussy, is the one that made everything go down because of this Blaziken. I am going to protect just to see what it does. Flare Blitz. Okay. We're faster now. You got this? I genuinely hope so. I'm going to Photon Geyser and obliterate this thing. Alright, threat nullified. Threat nullified. Oh, I didn't say this. The reason I didn't want to bring... we just Moonblast. The reason I didn't want to bring Onyx is Onyx base speed is 70. So it's still too slow to really do Oko memes. Alright, Verizon. So Verizon was also something that was kind of faster than us. So I'm going to protect. You do have Cross Poison. I assume we're going to be faster and hit a Moonblast to knock out Verizon here at this point. That didn't knock it out? Okay, we're fine though. The poison's kind of annoying, but we have leftovers. Onyx X attack of 45. Well, the Onyx and RPC had only Oko moves, so it was definitely usable. Saren, thank you. I talked about you earlier. I always talk about you. Also, I'm excited to play Buckshot tomorrow. So, there's that. Necrozma. Okay. I know this is a little risky. I'm just going to protect, because we could get hit with a Z move. Mirror Shot. All right, so it's got a Steel move. Oh, it was good things? Yeah, totally. It was actually about how my YouTube hates you. Honestly, if it goes for a Mirror Shot, I mean, our safe answer would probably be this. Just hit, like, Thunder memes. It's so cute. Oh, my Reactive. Confuse Ray. I actually don't want to deal with Confuse Ray shenanigans, though. Mist Ball. So far we are. So far we are. I learned that Air Balloon... Okay, so I learned Air Balloon takes place after Wonder Guard, which is pretty wild. I've also learned that we have hit 1 out of 5 Thunders. So there's that. We just Liquidation. I need to save Thunders. That does like negative damage. Who do I want? The safe play is just to, like, constantly keep doing this. Part of me wishes we popped air balloon so I could acrobatics, but we just keep liquidationing. Good luck, and negative damage would heal him. Yeah, well, you know, Thunder at this point has less than that. God, I really need to hit a Thunder. Come on, break through and hit. Come on, break through and hit. We have missed so many Thunders. That is wild. Ideally, never wants to lose an item is so mean. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, auto crit would be so good here. We're gonna go slacking. I can't risk the auto crit like hitting itself. Needs new glasses? Apparently so. Bro over here spamming Confuse Ray. Shadow Claw? We break through, surely? Alright, this should knock out my pros. It didn't? Mist Ball? How much does Mist Ball get through? Not that much. You know what? Actually, no. He's gonna Mist Ball again. Now we go into you. Full restore? That is totally fine. Because we should be faster and we should crit not slash. I don't actually know if we're at 100%. I think we are. Another Chimecho? Weird. Same with a legendary Pokemon. It is when it... Well, it's probably a pseudo-legendary. But yeah, without having Truant, then yeah, it's pretty unstoppable. Second fight down, no deaths. Second fight down. Plus 3's 100%. Okay. Its BST is 670. I guess it would be. Then. That's why most people don't, or that's why you don't mess with Slacking's ability unless you want to change its stats. Which also, chat, I'm still contemplating. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on what I want to do for my ROM hack. So for those that do not know, I am making my own ROM hack, and I haven't got to Slacking yet. I just finished the Kanto decks, so all the Kanto Pokemon have officially been reworked. So now that that's the case, obviously I'm going to do Johto. When I get to Hoenn, I don't know if I want to lower Slack. I feel like I'm going to neuter Slacking a good bit and just not give it Truant, because I feel like that's the fair play. Also, I can't remember what Acerola has to lead, but I just assume we'll be fine leading Tapu Lele. I'm pretty sure it was like either fire or fighting. It actually might be another Blaziken. No, it was Infernape. That's right. The other firefighting. Another Mario Party stream soon. I do want to do another one. I need to look at my schedule for it, though. Plasma Fist. Alright. We just... Photon Geyser here. Alright, that gets rid of Infernape. A stream a randomizer, but I don't have money to make one. I mean, you don't make... randomizer, you should never pay for a randomizer. Or to make anything like that. Alright, Shiinotic. This thing is... I don't know what this thing's gonna do. Let me protect here. Alright, Sludge Bomb. So it's gonna hit a poison move or try to hit a poison move. What? I guess actually Flareon's probably okay for this. On YouTube? You don't need to... Of course I get poisoned. I mean, you don't need money for YouTube. Rad Bananas, thank you for the follow. We're just gonna big Fire Lash here. I forgot Friend was shiny. I also forgot. Swellow. Alright. I don't know what Swellow's gonna do, but I don't think it can really do anything too big to Gyarados. And we have Wild Charge. YouTube is free? Yeah, YouTube is definitely free. Chat, I wasn't paying attention. What did it do? I mean, I'm gonna hit Wild Charge, but... I will pop by. Akko, hello, welcome. Elite Four, yes, we are on the Elite Four. Does this thing live? Okay, I have no idea what this Swallow did. I'm not there yet. How's it going? So far, it's going pretty good. I honestly just click wall charge with this. I mean, this should do a good bit of damage. Boom Burst is gonna hurt, but we're fine. Magician. All right. We're definitely still faster, but we're not faster. We weren't faster, dude. If we would have got crit there, oh my god. Okay, so let me explain how unlucky that was. We would have definitely outsped Exploud. It stole my choice scarf. It has magician, so it stole. Never mind. I'm dumb. Honestly, what do we do? I guess we go U. Hey, Pokemon Ultra Moon. I want to play it the regular version. You dump your cartridge. We just close combat. The death was on brand in this series, though. It really is. This was the best physical Electro over the years. The Altar was barely any stronger. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Honestly, our acrobatics should still do a good bit. 20 minutes in. It's fine. It's fine. One death. I mean, it was a pretty strong Pokemon, which is kind of unfortunate, but snow warning. Close combat. All right. That's fine. Do I need to get a 3DS? I mean, you can play it on your laptop. You just need an emulator for that. All right, chat. I'm going to save our close combats, and I'm going to just acrobaticsing. Like I said, I need to save PP where I can. What is an emulator? You would. Okay, never mind. We have to close combat now. I mean, I guess we technically don't have to, but that is unfortunate. What do emulator? Which emulator? Use Google. All right. Yeah, I'm going to acrobatics just to, again, save PP, even though it would die next turn anyways. Save the PP. Yeah. Look. I didn't pick up many items. So, we were struggling there. It fell for the bait and assumed swimming eel was a water top. It sure did. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're now... Actually, we were in some uncharted territory there. But we should be fine. All right, I don't know what this person's got. Actually, did we fight? No, we didn't. Did we? I don't remember. I'm going to lead Slacking. Slacking's going to be our answer. So, last one, and then we can beat the champion. We did this fight one. Oh, did we? What'd they lead with? Does anyone remember? You know what? Screw it, yo. I'm leading Slacking. This was the full wipe. Oh, is this the Lapras? I was gonna say, I don't remember us fighting Lapras just like back then. I just remember a Lapras. Engineer Jessica. Porygon Z. Okay. I thought... I led Slacking. I was wrong. I shard. Alright. Well, Leon. We're going Slacking now. Plasma Fist, you would do that. Honestly, I could lock us into Drain Punch here, but actually Drain Punch, I'm gonna lock us into Drain Punch. Champion have no Oddtops at all. If he doesn't have any Oddtops, that means we definitely could have won. Here that loads 2DS games. Well, there's no such thing as 2DS. There's just DS and 3DS. Well. Alright, well, we are swapping here. Honestly, Friend's probably a safe bet. I assume it's going to try to do... I don't know what it's going to do, but anything physical will take. So far, so good. Yeah, we've had a little bit of a hiccup, but we're fine. Special attack. Z growth. Moody. Evasive. Oh, okay. Eyelash. Stomping Tantrum. Why would you have Stomping Tantrum? We're okay, though. We're okay. Most don't work well anymore. Popular games are fun. Yeah. It's just trial and error. Lapras. Hello. You know what would be super cool? If I could hit a Thunder. If I could hit a Thunder. Surely we hit this Thunder. It could have, but I believed. That did negative damage. Why are you so weak? Do I dare burn our last close combat? I'm gonna burn it. Man. Alright, we just acrobatics for the win. Or we don't. Never mind. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me check something real quick, chat. I actually can't remember. We have one max elixir. We do have a max elixir. So, we do have one. Crit? Okay, never mind. That just did... Why did that do so much more now? Does this thing have Dragonaut's ability? Arbok. Okay. That's totally fine because we're going to liquidation. Alright, we can't use Thunder anymore. That's wild for Lapras. It had to have. Endeavor. Alright, Mimikyu. Cool, cool. We just liquidation. Double team. Oh, this is Totem Mimikyu. I just realized how massive this is. I think this is the first time we've seen a Totem. Trick? Hey. We lost our air balloon, chat. To a really dumb thing. So we do have a weakness now. But at least okay, well, you know what? We can acrobatics now. I'm on before PLA. Oh my goodness gracious. Electros is because it has no weakness. Stats are pretty terrible, yeah. Salamence. Alright, well now we actually have to be careful. Honestly, I kind of want to Tapu Lele. Just to see what this thing does. Trick. Alright, well this thing has a choice band. So I'm just gonna Moonblast. A lot of Mega Salamence, yeah. It sure did. That thing was a choice band Mega Salamence. Alright. So I need to look and see. Oh, we lost our leftovers. Alright, chat, we have a question. Do I give... Actually, I don't even think I have leftovers. Do I have to, like, hack... Do I go hack in leftovers? I mean... we probably could rock it, honestly. Alright, we have to use this on you. Hack it back in if you need to. Hack them in. Alright, I'll hack it in. Just because I feel like Trick shouldn't work like that in this game, but maybe it does. One sec, chat. You guys see nothing. You guys see nothing once more. Any of you jokers see anything right now? The answer is no. Okay. I will leave the air balloon because I did pop it. If I didn't pop it, it would be a different story, but I did pop it. So 3D Moo? I've never heard of 3D Moo. If that tells you anything. Alright. So it's champion time. Our level cap is 90. So we can get everybody to 90. It's happening, chat. We're beating it. All right. Honestly, I feel like Tapu Lele is a good bring. Yeah. Change to 6 Ultra Necrozmas or something? Oh my god. I would lose it. Chat, remember when you fought Kukui? Champion bought the dust? We're about to find out! Also, gamers, if you haven't already, make sure you guys like the video. Remember, I'll be giving out some Rami coin afterwards. Dodrio? Honestly, I want to save Protect, so I'm just gonna Moonblast. Sky Attack? Oh my god. What a Giga Chad. What a Giga Chad move. Slow King. Alright. I guess we can burn a Protect here to see. Plasma Fist. So an electric move's coming this way. I mean, Slacking's always an answer. Snatch. Giga move. Everything with a shell trap, dude. This is gonna hurt. Stamina. Alright. We knock it out, though. We do not knock it out. Bro, stamina is brutal in this thing. Alright. We're going auto crit because we know it's going to shell trap here. If this thing doesn't shell trap like it has done the past 2 turns. Oh, even better. Even better. Not slash. Because this should knock it out. Actually, no, crit. Slacking name Gil, yeah. We've got 2 Gils. Honestly, Psycho Cut. Bug Buzz? Uh-oh. We living? We just Psycho Cut again? Ice Shard! You have Ice Shard? No, auto crit! Alright, chat, I couldn't have expected that. What do we want to do here? We're still pretty good. We didn't have an Exploder on the current team. Oh, I should have added that. I should have got one. Joy, hello, welcome. So far, we're doing pretty good. We would have been fine if that thing didn't have Ice Shard. I could have swapped, but... So, I was thinking about swapping, but Absol can't switch into anything. Let alone when it's at 30 HP. This is gonna take out auto crit? It really was. I mean... We can probably just go friend. Yeah, I feel like friend's fine. We just Fire Lash. Barrier? Okay, I'm actually gonna Cosmic Power here. Wow, that thing really was. Alright. Chat, I think we just sweep. Bug Buzz isn't gonna do that much. Turns off crits entirely? Yeah, it really was designed. All right, yeah, we just cosmic power. I don't see a reason not to. See, skip killing my child. Look, Auto Cricket has put in the work that we needed it to. I'm just gonna Fire Lash. I cannot help it. Landorus. All right, how much does this do? Not that much. All right, who do we want to have like insane defense? I feel like Slacking's a good call. I feel like Slacking's a safe play here. And we just Drain Punch. I know this isn't going to be not very effective, but like, that did like negative. That did way less than I thought it was going to. Maybe it'll swap. Maybe I should have just Body Slammed. If only we weren't locked into things. Land just like a wet noodle here? Yeah. I mean, it's only got 5 Precipice Blades. I'm really hoping he just swaps. Or we get a crit. Crit would be cool. Heal Order? Oh my god. If only we weren't choice banded. I can't, like, go in Eel either safely. Yeah, if I didn't lose the air balloon, we'd have been fine. But I can't swap an Eel. I didn't want to swap into Eel either with the Baton Pass, even with those things, due to crits, because it could hit us with that. Is it actually 10, not 5? Well, that's unfortunate. Bro. He's got to be getting close to 10, right? You guys are about to see the biggest struggle in your life. How be stalling? How do be stalling? Alright, Body Slam. How much does this do? Wait! We're not choice banded. Why did I think we were choice banded? I'm stupid. Were we not choice banded earlier? What battle this is? It's the final, the champ. I've thought I've been choice banded this entire time. Well, never mind. That was, sorry chat. I just wasted everybody's time. Oh, and now we're a ghost normal? Thank you. Thanks? So you mean to tell me I lost Gambler to God and I lost Auto Crit to the final battle? You did. Auto Crit was meant to die. Oh my god, he's got little guy. So you're proccing Legos every turn. How did you not notice? I don't know. I was so focused on like thinking of like the next move and stuff. Chat, we beat the game. The EggLocke is done. 40 minutes roughly. We could have been done in 30 if I just realized I wasn't. You know. Alright, so we do have to look at all the eggs. Gamers, that champion fight was probably the easiest one. Honestly, this has been... Why are they level 88? Oh, never mind. This has been a lot of fun. This was my very first EggLocke. We are going to have to sit through the credits, but I'm going to speed it up. If I can. I actually don't know what my speed up bind is on this. I might not be able to speed up. I thought it was plus. Well, whatever. Tomorrow, open eggs. I'm going to open eggs today. Tomorrow, I have a collab stream. So, and that way I can hang out with chat for a little bit. Also, I don't think credits are that fast. I mean, I could also probably just do this. Emulation. Frame advance. All right, I'm gonna mash A, and then we're gonna talk. Yep. I meant to not say. I didn't want to save inside the thing so I could just reset and skip all this stuff, but obviously that's not the case. Yeah, cool. This has honestly been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. Like I said, this is my very first EggLocke. So real quick, huge thank you to Poketel. She literally added all the eggs, and I know that takes a lot of time from me doing it with the Grasslock. And we had even more eggs to do here. The Gardenia clap emote. Such a wild one. I definitely want to do another one. And boss fights of the run. Despite being one of the less. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Honestly, this was kind of harder than I thought. But also not as hard as I thought. Where people pick the enemy teams. Whereas Poketel when you need them. That would take way too long to do that. I do have a couple things planned. To kind of chill out the rest of the year. Obviously, we're not going to do an EggLocke anytime soon. I do want to do another one next year, but I want to improve on this one. There's a lot of things that definitely could be improved on. We already decided it's going to be Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Steve's the guy. I don't like raids, though. Random. Like, that's the thing. I tend to not raid people. Just to do it. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out, like, a rating system that I want to do. It's going to take forever. I mean, next year, well, it won't take, the credits won't take long because it's 60 frames. 5 fights in the game where the dude just spiked. Yeah. The hardest fight was easily the Mega Latios. The fact that it was a Mega Latios at level 90 when everyone was level 60 because of me being stubborn with the level cap. Definitely was the hard fight. For the next EggLocke. Yeah, I want to improve on it. There was a lot of things that, to go back to it, the one thing is, for instance, like evolutions. We didn't really have a way of doing evolutions well in this one. And it was something that was like an afterthought. I don't think we had a toggle for shiny or not shiny either. Or maybe we did. I don't know. There's a bunch of things that I think we could put like in here. That way we kind of know what it is. Also, probably limit the amount of Pokemon. I know we had like 10 submissions roughly for every person. And obviously we round up with way more, but also Gen 2 has way more encounters because you have both Johto and Kanto. If I decide to do Kanto, I don't know if I will or not, because typically for post games I don't want to do. You didn't have the shiny toggled. Well, you should probably have one. Just X may have as an option for, yeah. The gender could be another one on that end. But again, I do want to do another one. I'll talk about this a little bit too. I was going to talk about this at the last stream of the year. Where I want to do also a crowd control stream where you guys can directly influence the game as I stream it. So there is that I kind of want to mess with for next year too. So those are like two things that I want to, like a big project. Also, for those that were here last year at the end, I said that I'm going to do a thing where I try to beat every game using only the Bulbasaur line. I am still doing that. I don't want to do it this year. It's going to be next year. It's going to be one of the first things I do next year. And it's going to have a slightly different twist. Originally, it was going to be the Bulbasaur line. I'm going to change it to just Venusaur and put a different spin on it entirely. I have figured out how I want to do it. I just have to set up a couple things for it to actually work. But yeah, we have that coming up. The next game we're playing is actually going back. Funny enough, it is actually going back to Kanto. It's called Kanto Expansion Pack is the ROM hack. It should be a pretty interesting time. At least from what I gather, it definitely different hats. Yeah, I'm just gonna mod hats for every one of the Venusaurs. The Raticates. But it takes Gen 1 and actually uses the Space World demo for a lot of stuff as well. So I think it'll be a nice change of pace on just like how the ROM hack itself is. And I haven't seen anyone really stream it, so I feel like it's pretty good on that end to stream. So it should be a lot of fun. We have that. Just got to talk about like some of the early stuff. Them rats do be doing the Neza Jam, yeah. Also, so do the Araquanids. So we have that. Also, Aaron, for those of you guys who have been or watched the Draft Lock and the Mario Party stuff and the Buckshot Roulette stuff, who will be here tomorrow, he and I have a collab plan early next year. And yeah, definitely don't forget to like the stream. We're one away. We are literally one like away from what I can tell. Damn, should match with the Pokemon. It does. That's actually why I used the wiggle emote today's stream, is because of the dancing stuff. Totally legit. Absolutely. That's absolutely what's happening. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Aaron and I have something planned. I've got to finish. The thumbnail's being worked on as we speak. The Kanto expansion pack will start next week. Also, I was going to, so for those that are wondering what's happened to like the Ocarina of Time randomizers, I actually was planning on doing one next week, as in taking the entire week to do it. I was going to do probably the most Satanist thing ever known to mankind. We did hit it, so I will give out the points. The most Satanist thing known to mankind, which was randomize everything, which would be grass, pots. Ship doesn't have that option yet. It's only available on emulator. And for those that do not know, I hate the N64 emulator. Project 64 is turbo garbage. It's really bad. So I've looked into RetroArch. Upside down the whole time. Yeah, I'm doing that too. Yeah. So RetroArch, I've looked into it. I think I've got it to work, but there's a lot. The randomizer itself is much more complex. And I don't want to take a step back just to randomize everything. Like, I want to make sure music's still added. I want to also randomize your model. The one thing that is cool is you can add voice packs to that. And there's a Hatsune. So for those that do not know, I'm a big Miku fan. And there's literally a Hatsune Miku model and voice pack that I can add if I get it working. So that could be fun. So maybe a Gigarando soonish, but it's going to take a little bit of time for me to figure out and map everything. It clicked to me there was totem Pokemon until I got a Rabombi. Oh, were they totem Pokemon? I guess they probably were. But yeah, I am fiddling around with it. I do want to do an OOT rando like soonish at some point in time. So soon. Yes, I'm waiting on Ship to have rando support, to ship to Arcadian for MM support. Although if I get RetroArch working, then that will be totally fine. I'm gonna restart. We just saved. Speed run. I do want to do MM rando at some point though. Yes. All right. No, shut up. All right. So we're gonna hatch some eggs. Honestly, what I probably should do. Your stream schedule is packed for the next 10 years. Look, every time when it comes to streaming schedules, it's been so bad. I get so many projects, and then I feel like I'm running out, and then oh, there's even more projects I want to do. So, actually, what I should do, chat, for the egg stuff, is I should open up PK Hex instead of trying to hatch. Oh, I don't want to join. God. Can I fly, chat? Yes, I can. The backlog. Just barge into her house, yell at her pet cat, and then leave. Yes, he did. There's still the yearly Zelda game. Yeah. Well, technically it was every 2 years, but I kind of broke that tradition when I started doing OOT randos. So there is that. All right, so I'm gonna just put Tapu. I guess it really doesn't matter here. I can only do one egg at a time. Put you in the dead box. So we did have quite a few deaths. We almost had a full 30 box of deaths. Except you're not a death. Actually, are any of these deaths? They are deaths. We almost had one. Rest in peace, God. Anyways. All right. Okay, yeah, and there's that. So let's start opening up eggs here. So this one, I'm gonna just open up all the ones that say eggs first. Someone... No, I don't know who submitted this, but the first thing that came to my mind was Go Live. There's God 3. All right, here's another egg. Because these ones don't have nicknames, I don't feel bad hatching them all at once. Charizard. I wonder if that's a Charizard. All right. Why you keep your party? Yeah. I probably should have, but you know what? We're fine. God 3 didn't show up. I'm very curious what God 3 is. We'll take a look and see. Cosmog for one of them. Interesting. We only had what, one Charmander? I think the entire run. Hatch. A Splash Z. That'd be funny. You mean Bulbasaur? You're right. Sorry, we didn't have any Charmander. Mega Latios. Shiny Mega Latios. No one brought in Latios? Bro, you guys are fake fans. Alright, so let's take a look at these bad boys, and then we'll start hatching the eggs. Photon Geyser, Sunsteel, Strike, Moongeist, Beam, Prismatic Laser. Okay, Neuroforce, yep. Everstone, so you can't evolve it. Excellent. Psycho Boost, Overheat, Leaf Storm, Draco Meteor. This thing would have been busted had we hatched it. Had we hatched it, that would have been very strong. Alright, so this is Himalayan. Let's see. About Himalayan. The only thing that makes me think of this is Knackley, but Knackley's not in this game. It's a little guy on steroids, big guys, you could say. Oh. I love Ultra Necros, like, or Lunala shiny. I like it way more than Solgaleo's. The, like, pink little deal is so good. Alright, let's see what this is all about. I'm not going to be naming these guys, by the way, because there's really not a point. Prism Armor, Modest, Dragon Dance, Moongeist Beam, Moonlight, and Splash. Interesting. So this one is Barry. I don't know what Barry would be. This is just a little guy too, yeah. Moe Gilco doing his thing, yeah. Yo, Pixel, hello, welcome. I don't know why this thing's called Barry, but a Toxapex. So, very cool. I should have also, to speed this up, I should have PK hexed everything. Or like PK hexed the Pokedex, so that didn't happen. Alright, so Black Sludge, Scald Haze, Recover, Toxic Spikes, Regenerator, pretty standard set. Pretty standard set. Alright, so we have Flux. Alright, let's see about Flux. Fluxaroni. And again, also, I know I said thanks to Pokédex, but also thank you, chat, for, like, submitting eggs. Ooh, Luxray, shiny Luxray. I've always wanted to do an EggLocke, and I'm always afraid that would fail. Mainly because I wouldn't get enough eggs, but obviously I was proven very, very wrong. So... Also, hopefully, everybody that submitted eggs, hopefully I at least hatched one egg for every person. I don't know if that was the case, but, you know. Adamant Galvanized Assault Vest. Wow. Poor Luxray, actually good. I submitted a Trick Room, or might have been Toxapex. Oh, maybe. Toxapex didn't have Trick Room, though. Extreme Speed, Facade, Fake Out, and Avalanche. The Assault Vest. It's actually pretty good. That's how you make Luxray good. Alright, so this one is Uwu. This better be a Joltik. Joltik is the only thing acceptable for Uwu. Uwu. Alright, that's not a Joltik. 0 out of 10. Sorry, chat. I burped. Boom, 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 bam, boom. Alright, no nickname for T-Tar. Uwu. Interesting name for a T-Tar, though. That's not the Uwu I was thinking of. Yeah, me either. Will-O-Wisp, Blizzard, Toxic, Zap Cannon, Fur Coat, and Focus Band. Who submitted this? Who do I need to have a talk to about this thing? Yeah, Fake Rock. All right, who is Fake Rock? I played Not Guilty. Yeah. This is a fake rock. I mean, it's not a rock at all, so... Solid except for a Joltik. Everyone knows its name is spelled 8W8. Alright, let's see what Fake Rock's got. Let's see here. Fake Rock, Leech Seed, Growth, Solar Beam, Light Screen, Desolate Land, Miracle Seed. Interesting. I mean, that's pretty good for Solar Beam shenanigans. Alright, this is Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Born to burn to death, yeah. Born to burn to death. That was mine. Shirley or the Hoppip? Or this Combi? Why would you submit a male Combi? This is yours. There's no shot this one's not yours. The Hoppip? Oh, who named this Combi Shirley? Actually, didn't you also submit a Combi named Shirley? Rage Powder, Explosion, Explosion, Explosion. With Imposter. And an Everstone. What a wild ride. PTSD. Alright. What's PTSD? There's a couple things that give me PTSD. Also Combi, I bet? Probably. Nope, Miltank. Look at those udders, chat. I understand, though. I understand. PTSD. PTSD, the Miltank. No, shut up. Alright, so PTSD, Adamant Normalize. Wow. I mean, wow, that is a, I speak personally. Well, that is a, that's a funny Miltank, I guess. We're back to back right now. Did you submit this? Sans. Chat, did you guys know Sans is Ness? Confirmed. Alright, well this must be... This actually has to be Marowak. This is definitely going to be a Marowak. Yeah, it's already Marowak. Bow, bow, now. I remember our Marowak that died to a god. Wish Cash that only knows Osbeam, man. What a throwback that is. Adamant Wonder Guard, Brought Powder, funny. Shadowbone, Double Team, Telekinesis, and Slack Off. Interesting. Alright, so we have Redacted. But do have the bone? It do have the bone. Just not thick glove bone. It does have Shadowbone, though. Alright, so let's see what Redacted is. Chat, Esper has circles under its ears, and I've never noticed that. Alright, so if I had Redacted, that means its name was something, that wasn't safe for YouTube, so it was removed, so we'll never know what its name was. Wonder Guard, Eviolite, Docile. Hellglow, Baton okay. Psychic, and Dark Pulse. Interesting. Alright, so we have Live. I'll say because of the X on my anime. Yeah, I didn't know it had that. I generally had no idea that that was the case. Alright. Let's see what Live is. I want to know who submitted this. Basically, like version of Pikachu electric pouches. Oh, interesting. Oh, anime turned into an emote. I was not expecting that. Oh, yeah. Anime is an emote. I can't remember what the actual emote is because it's small. Draining Kiss, Quiver Dance, Psychic, Stored Power, Adaptability. Shell Bell. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. I don't know if this is a meme from someone that used to play FGO, or I guess they still do, that I used to be in talks with. He was a really douchey person. But his name was Liv, and it was kind of a creep for a lot of things. So I could see this being a reference to that. But the other person that watches this channel that knows who this would be, that I know of, would be not. So I don't know. I feel like it's not, but I don't know who would name anything Liv. So anyways, Princess. I didn't do this. I don't know. Maybe like someone in FV submitted it without us knowing. I don't know. Let's see what this one is. It keeps the cover all the time because it's completely not anything a decent race because Esper isn't great at self-control. Oh. Also Como is Princess. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, Modest, Pixelate, Clanging Cells, Boom Burst, and Close Combat. Hey, I learned that if you have the same move, it doesn't matter. So... Alright, we have VGC. That exists, yeah. Yeah, that's what its shiny looks like. It is very strong. It is a very strong shiny. Alright, yeah, expected this. Is this true VGC, though? Firefang, I can't remember what its moveset was from our Sword and Shield randomizer, but Yep. Well, they knew what they were doing. Land it. Let's see what Land it looks like, chat. Bum, 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 bum. For the move to later, yeah. Bulbasaur! So on Fire Fang, may as well only give a splash at that point. Didn't the Sword Nuzlocke have Hustle? I don't know if it did or didn't. I can't remember. Oh, no. Bio, you missed content on that one. You missed some content. Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb, Calm Mind, and Double Team. Levitate. Alright, that's an interesting Bulbasaur. No item. Caterpie. Alright, chat. What are the chances this is an actual Caterpie? It's got to be an Onix. It's either going to be Onix or it's going to be Wurmple. Or an Ultra Necrozma. I mean, that's also what it could be. Actually, you know what? This is a Caterpie. Professor Oak doesn't know. He's blind. He can't tell one Pokemon from another. Timid, Disguise. Does Disguise... I wonder if Disguise would work on this. Calm Mind, Swords Dance, Psycho Cut, and Prismatic Laser. He does have the same catchphrase as a Caterpie in this game. Yeah. Alright. Brazen. Let's see what Brazen is. Let us check. Dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, Embor. Honestly, that'd be cool. I've never used an Embor on a playthrough. Let's see what it's got cooking. See what I did there, chat? Cooking. Sacred Fire, Drain Punch, Cosmic Power, and Recover. Multi-scale. Leftovers and Adamant. That would actually be really cool. That's a really cool moveset for it. To help with like some of its bulk too. Multi-scale on it's really nice. Executioner. I like its shiny. It does have a very good shiny. Also, this is going to be a pincer. There's no shot Executioner is not pincer. And a callback to the anime, right? Nope. I was wrong. Clearly, it's Minior. Clearly, this is the Executioner. Clearly. Shiny one, too. Alright, let's see what this has got cooking. Sheer Cold, Fissure, Guillotine, and Cosmic Power. No Guard, Adamant. This would have been really good to get at any point in time. Alright, so we have Mini. Let's see what Mini's got. One of the most hellish things this and unless you take the alternative route. Yep. Yeah. Emolga. Okay. Honestly, chat, we've had a good bit of varied Pokemon here. There was definitely some busted stuff, but there was a lot of like pretty balanced things. Begone Satan. Little Mini. Alright, let's take a look at Mini real quick. Adamant, Rockhead, Assault Vest, Volt Tackle, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, and Woodhammer. Alright, that's a pretty cool moveset for it. Opera GX. Alright. I have no idea what Opera GX is gonna be. I guess we're gonna find out. The sponsor of the stream, it's Beldum. This stream sponsored by Beldum of the Beldums. Woodhammer, I mean, hey. It's a really cool move with Rockhead. Heavy Slam, Psychic Fang, Stomping Tantrum, Ice Punch. Metagrossite, Tough Claws. Yeah. That is a moveset for sure. Alright, we're down to like, what, 2 eggs left? 4 eggs left, I think? So this is God 3. Let's see what God 3 is. It's literally a computer. Yeah, I guess so. Yep, that tracks. Chat, is this God 3 from mine and Saren's playthrough of Platinum? This, one sec. Does anyone remember what God 3 had? Fissure, Guillotine. Yeah. I don't think ours had Sturdy or Quick Claw though. It might have had Quick Claw, but yeah, that tracks. That tracks. That do be a god there. Alright, OJ Wormsome. I have a feeling this is like Wormadam. I don't know why, but I'm just getting Wormadam vibes. Submitted the Fallen God after she made it past the planning stage. Yeah. Caterpie. That is a Caterpie. That do be Caterpie. Alright. Splash, Struggle Bug, Explosion, Self-Destruct, Adamant, Truant, and an Everstone. Alright, someone hates Caterpie, I guess. So we have Clapper and Charizard. I guess we'll save Charizard for last. Alright, Clapper. Let's see what Clapper is. Lugia. Based. Based. Or the most hands, I guess, yeah. Alright, let's see what this is. Fake Out, Tailwind, Roost, Whirlwind. Naughty, Inner Focus. What a disappointing Lugia. Alright, chat. What's y'all's predictions for Charizard? Should aim double and wake up slap? Yeah. Alright, let's see what this Charizard is. Blastoise. A Venusaur? I mean, it could be. Typhlosion. It is a Rattata. It is a Rattata. Alright, let's see what this is. This will be our final Pokemon, chat. Attract, Belly Drum, Camouflage, Dig. Wimp Out, and Lagging Tail. Well, that is a Pokemon to end things off with if I ever did done say it. Coward of all times, yeah. So, again, gamers, this is the conclusion of our very first EggLocke. I had a lot of fun. Again, huge shouts to everyone that submitted eggs. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to do so. And again, huge shouts to Poketail, where she literally went through and added all the eggs, which I know took a long time. Again, thank you guys so much. Let me give you guys some extra Rami coins. I'm actually going to be very generous today. And instead of doing 10, I'm going to treat you guys to 20. 20. I got to remember how to do it. For some reason, my brain's dead. Probably this button. All right, I'm going to give you guys 20. Just because it's the end of the cage, the EggLocke. So, 20 points for everyone that's here. But yeah. I had a lot of fun with this. I want to do more EggLockes in the future. Big spender. Look, I could have gave you 10. It's okay. But like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. This has been a very, very fun playthrough. A nice way of ending the year, too, if I had to take a guess. So there is that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody that's shown the love and support for this series. It's been a lot of fun. Again, next week, we will be doing the Kanto expansion pack. At least that's the plan. I might try to do an OT rando Saturday. I don't know if I have anything planned that Saturday, but I might do an OT rando Saturday on ship because I've got the itch and I haven't played it in a fat minute and I don't want to get too rusty. So, gamers, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get out of here now. You guys are awesome. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow. Become a member and use your Twitch Prime sub on all that good schniz. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.